Okay, welcome back, ladies and gents. This is your host, Light Liger here, and today we are going to be talking about this brand new blockchain-based game called Nyan, which a lot of people are talking about. And the game is currently on open beta. Anybody can download the game for free on Epic Store for Windows. As far as I know, there is no Mac version for the game as of right now. And also, they do have an Airdrop campaign going on, which consists of two different sides, which I want to address first before we start talking about the game itself. So the new admission board allows you to complete different types of social media tasks. This is like Twitter following them on Medium, joining Discord and things like that. Also, by signing up with code LightLiger, you should be getting some extra points as well, or at least helping me with my points on this task. And also, they're distributing these special codes for active members of the community, I assume, on Twitter and also on Discord. And then there's actually the gaming component, and these are optional. You can choose to do one or either, or you can do both like I am doing. So by playing games, you're going to be getting 3 different currencies. You're getting catnips, you're getting scraps, and then you're getting experience. So there's 3 currencies that you're going to be getting. You are going to be getting points even when you lose games, so that is actually a good thing. And also you're going to be getting more by winning games. And the game play is basically designed to be quite like Overwatch, except it's played on third person. And the maps are consisting around these control point style matches, and it's best of 3, so there's going to be up to 3 rounds. And you need to win 2 rounds to basically win the game, and then you're going to be getting your rewards. And you basically choose from different types of classes. There's 4 different classes in the game to compete the control of this point. I don't know if they're actually going to be planning to do other game modes, but I am pretty, concise, or I wouldn't say concise, but I'm pretty settled with the control point mechanism, because team deathmatch and those other types of modes are kind of overused at this point, so I'm kind of happy about the design choice here. And there's no like Web3 account linked into your Epic game, so you don't need to have MetaMask or any types of other thing at the start to get playing here. And there's no like entry fees or anything like that. You don't need to buy an NFT. So this is a very ideal type of a game-free project in terms of like play to earn. When we look at like Pixel, a lot of people got thousands of dollars playing Pixel, and there might be, this might be a similar style of an airdrop where a lot of people are playing the game are going to be rewarded really, really well by playing Nyan. And I also have to say, in terms of FPS games go, this has to be probably the best one the blockchain has to offer right now. This was something that I did talk about earlier last year, that we are kind of seeing a lot more higher quality blockchain-based games emerging right now, so it's no longer amateurs trying to make games. Now we're actually getting like real products, which are a lot more closer to AA or AAA style games. I mean, Nyan is not exactly an Overwatch, but it's quality-wise quite close to there, and we have to also understand that this is a alpha product and it's going to be improved. And in terms of the graphics, I think it's pretty good. You have 120 FPS support and a lot of customization options here, so I'm really liking the gameplay experience altogether. And I don't know how the NFTs are going to be exactly playing into this. Solana NFT collection exists, which has a floor of 4 Solana as of right now. Maybe those holders are going to be getting a portion of the airdrop as well. Hard to say as of right now, but that's also something to consider in case you want to be maximizing your potential airdrop. And right now you're not able to exactly like play to earn points, but once the token actually releases, I'm sure that this is going to be actually happening. So let's kind of now, assess a bit of the game itself. So I do like the tempo of the game. The 4 classes are all having different forms of abilities which differentiate them from each other. We have the Seraph, which is basically, the healer class, and this one is basically... So what I like about this is, like, unlike Overwatch, for example, you're not necessarily tied down to using specific weapons. You can use any weapon at any class. It just changes out the special abilities. So the healer class is basically able to heal with shooting, and the other option is to basically go into stealth. which has its perks, and then obviously it's a bit more agile character, so it's able to sprint a bit faster than some of the other characters. Then we have the Ghost, which is basically an assassin class, which has a turret for some reason, which is seemingly kind of overpowered, and I would argue that the Ghost is most popular and the strongest class in the game right now, based on my few games that I played so far. And a lot of people seem to be playing this for a reason, and it also has like this blink style of a dash teleport thing, which is pretty good on, you know, going into upper levels in the game. So what I like about this game is that there is elevation in the design. So there's hills and there's, you know, not dungeons, but like there's usually like 3 different levels on a lot of the maps. So there is a height difference. When you play like some traditional FPS games like CSGO, there's not really a lot of like elevation in that game. It's not like a real thing in the game design. So in this type of a game, it's obviously when you have like these more quirky abilities, usually the mobility is pretty important, and elevation is a big functionality, bringing that mobility to light. So I really like that design. And then we have the Spartan, and Spartan is also a pretty good class. This is kind of like, well, like a warrior, like a bit more tankier type of class in a way. And it has this napalm ultimate ability, so all of them have ultimate abilities. A lot of the design is actually driven from Overwatch, but I would argue that it's obviously a lot more customized in the sense that there's like 7 different weapon loadouts plus 4 different classes. And then the last class is the Atlas, and Atlas is like basically your tank class, a really good one. I enjoyed this one. And then apparently there's 4 other classes which are gonna be introduced in the future. And when you actually die, the robot kind of destroys itself and this small cat emerges from there. And if you like basically survive long enough, you can reconstruct the bot and go back into the normal form, or usually in most cases you just die. And this is kind of like an interesting mechanic. There are some other games which have used this, like, well, Overwatch for example. And then there's another one which kind of escapes my mind. I can't remember in which other game they had this type of functionality. But I do like it, and it has a certain appeal to it. And it's also making the gameplay different from Overwatch altogether. I think visually the small cats kind of look dumb, and they're holding the weapons in a weird way. This is something that they need to fix and make look something like it looks. This is the only unprofessional look about this game, in my opinion. And yeah, maybe the menu interfaces and things like that could have a bit of a lift up, but altogether, like, the game does look good and it runs really well. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because I do have a very good computer, but it needs to be said that yes, I think it's actually like running out really well. And the ping doesn't seem to be bad because I played some other games, you know, Big Time is another one which has like a horrible ping, and I just had to drop playing the game because it was like, you know, it was just like unplayable altogether. Now when it comes to like the free-to-play aspects and everything like that, it's really hard to say like how this is gonna be going on. There were some AFKers in the games, and hopefully those will be penalized and they will not be getting an airdrop. And hopefully, I understand a lot of people don't like KYC, but in a one way, when it comes to these gaming style airdrops, I do actually enforce KYC because I don't want people botting out the airdrop and then dumping the price like altogether. And so that's something that they need to be fixing, or I don't know how they addressed this aspect about the game, but altogether, like, the AFK people have to be kicked out or booted out from the games, or their points have to be frozen out for inactivity. In terms of hacking, I don't know if that's happening for such a new game, but who knows? Altogether, I think there was no hacking based on my experiences, and that's a good thing, but going on forwards, obviously that needs to be remedied as well. And as I said, there's 7 different loadouts. I was wrong, there's actually 8 of them. So there's 9 different weapons inside the game. That's what I was meant to say. And you have snipers, you have rocket launchers, you have grenade launchers, you have shotguns. No flamethrower though, maybe that will be coming in the future. But overall, I would say the game is actually pretty good. We have to do like a full review on it in the future, and once like the play to earn aspects come out, what is going to be the way that they're going to be addressing botting inside the game. Do people need to buy an NFT to start farming? And one of the things that these things that we need to kind of figure out is like, how do we make it incentivized to play on one account instead of multi-accounting? Like, that's something that a lot of these gaming projects have to really address, and it remains to be seen, will that happen. But in terms of like games going on together, like, I'm probably gonna be playing this a bit, and also we do have Web3 gaming sections in our Discord and Telegram if you're looking for people to play with. As far as I know, you just need to use the Epic Store interface to go into group playing, but I'm not sure is that basically supported as of right now. And there are obviously other tweaks in the game that we probably would like to see. More classes, more maps are definitely needed. Right now, I felt that there was a rotation of 4 or 3 different maps, and 2 of them were stylistically very similar, so I hope there's going to be a lot more variety in terms of the map, and hopefully there will be some types of, you know, like a map dangers, I don't know, hazards, yeah, hazards like in Apex Legends and whatever Super Mario Bros. You want to call it, like something in one of the maps you can actually fall and die, which I did like, and maybe that would be cool to actually have a jetpack character too, and they probably have thought about that already. And hopefully there's going to be some types of NFT skins and, you know, weapon skins perhaps in the future. I haven't looked too much into their roadmap, but they did raise $3 million, you know, not too long ago, like a week ago, and they probably have raised more money previously as well. So this is actually just like altogether pretty promising game fee project, and it's fun to play, and I can definitely see a lot of people starting to play this, especially grinding out for the airdrops. But I do want to emphasize this thing before we finish out, that it's really hard to say, like, with these game fee airdrops, how valuable they are going to be. Was Pixel anomaly, or is it going to be a lot more like a lot of other game fee based play to earn airdrops where it's going to be like only 20 bucks or something? But you know, we don't know, so I'm going to be trying to play this game on a daily basis, and probably people who are going to be finishing up really high on the leaderboard are also going to be getting some type of special bonus as well. And I can see like esports and tournaments also coming in with actual rewards in the future as well. So I'm actually excited about the potential here, and you can expect a lot of high quality games coming up this year and like in the blockchain altogether. So I think this is like just one of many of these new games which are going to be just changing the atmosphere. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more reviews in case you want me to do like a top 10 upcoming blockchain based games video on the channel. I definitely could do that, but just leave a comment down below how do you want me to do that, or do you want me to do that? And also, when you're going to be signing up for the missions, use the code LIGHTLiger. But thanks for watching. I will be seeing you guys on the next video when it will be dropping out.